In the book of Nehemiah, the prophet Nehemiah is going back to Jerusalem, and he's building walls around the city of Jerusalem, and he's doing the work that God's called him. The city was burned in shambles, and he feels like God's called him back to build the walls around the city to protect the city, and there was some people in the community that did not like what Nehemiah was doing. They didn't like that he was rebuilding the walls, and they at first were making fun of him, making fun of all those who worked with him, calling them names, jeering them, saying they would never get the job done. And then as the job was getting done and things were moving along, they said, hey, we want to meet with you. Come down from the wall, come down from your work. Let's meet together, let's talk. And the Nehemiah realized that it was all lies, and that they were wanting to attack him and distract him from doing the work of God. And he basically called him out from it. He says, shall I come down from doing God's work to meet with you? And I began to think about that story in our decisions and willingness to serve God as we are walking by faith. In our series of By Faith, we're encouraging you to take steps of faith. And when you take steps of faith, the world and the enemy, whether that be the devil himself or whether that be people around you, may jeer you, may make fun of the decisions you're making, may not like what you're doing, may call it idiotic, may call your decisions to follow Christ idiotic, to go to church, or to serve in a ministry, or to give, or whatever it is that God's calling you to do. And they may even say, hey, just come and let's talk about it. But their whole purpose is just to distract you from God's work. And I would encourage you with what Nehemiah says. Don't come down from what God is doing to appease your enemies. Keep your eyes focused upon what God has called you to do. Keep your eyes focused on the work He's called you to do. There's going to be distractions, and there's going to be people all the time trying to distract you from God's good work. Don't give in to it. Keep your eyes focused on what God has called you to do. Continue to work towards that project that He's called you towards, and not give up, not to be discouraged, but to find your strength in the Lord. Later it says Nehemiah was strengthened in the Lord. If you keep your eyes focused upon Him, you'll be strengthened to carry out the plan He has for your life. God bless you. Have a great week.